I'm not even sure where to start on this one, but man, okay.
It's kind of like having multiple personalities, huh?
That is my life lately, and thank you. That helped me kick this off, because perimenopause is about 4 different kinds of bitches.
And understand, men, if you are married to a woman, you are going to get to also experience the joys of perimenopause and menopause, okay? Because every woman goes through it. Now, here's the problem. There's not a pill to make it easy for her, because every single woman's journey through these phases is different.
I mean, name any symptom under the sun and we can track it to perimenopause, but not everyone's going to have every one of those.
Exactly. So there might be, let's just say there's 100 symptoms for perimenopause.
Dude, I had freaking morning sickness last month, and I'm going, what the hell is going on?
And she ain't pregnant. Trust me.
And I looked it up and I'm like, oh, crap.
Yeah.
It's a perimenopause thing when the estrogen dips.
You're revisiting some of the joys of motherhood.
It was so joyful.
And so, for the guys that are watching this, if your partner is going through this and you're feeling a little bit at a loss, I'm going to put a link down below to a course designed by Charlie McKeever, Happy Man Coaching. Because while we can argue there's a lot of inadequacies in helping women through perimenopause and menopause, there's very little information for men. So you can understand what's happening and how to be supportive of her and understand she's not crazy. Well,
not what we would traditionally think of that way.
Yes.
The thing is that women need to be aware of this as well. You know, and honestly, so I've got a friend who's in her early 30s who's kind of like freaking out a little bit because she says, I didn't realize that it could be a 10-year span. And I'm almost at the age where I might start experiencing some of these symptoms early, you know, or in the early stages of. And it is a huge part of our lives. But ladies, you can't, that doesn't mean that, I mean, just because your man is being supportive and all that, that does not mean you can lose control and use it as an excuse either. Because we do have lots and lots of options for treatment now.
And, you know, I probably shouldn't go here, but I'm going to. With
never stopped
postpartum, true. Postpartum, all of this, it's never an excuse for physical violence.
Oh, never.
I've lately seen people going, I don't want to cause my wife legal problems, but she started assaulting me and she's got some postpartum or some, and I'm like, you have when she's not agitated, you have a conversation and you say, I love you, I'm going to support you. You start doing that again, you're going to jail. Yeah. And because it's not something that's ever tolerated. And it's you can't use it as an excuse to just do things that are not acceptable. And guys, you wouldn't want to go through it. We go through a drop in testosterone. Again, our cycle is 24 hours. You get 28 days.
Yep. And I was looking at this chart the other day where the male hormone fluctuation is like this.
Mm-hmm.
And they did it over a 28 days, and they're like, okay, it's just like this. The ratio of change from the female cycle from the beginning to the end is like this.
Oh.
It
so is there a line at the top that says batshit crazy and at the bottom like way too chill?
You know, there probably should be.
But think about how hard that is, men, on her to have the hormones swing so wildly.
So a first person perspective on that, last month, I'm so glad you were out of town because I was so massively depressed
Because I was out of town.
Well, no, it started before you left. So, but I was glad you were gone so that I didn't accidentally put that on you. But it was so intense. I just kind of sat and cried for 2 days. I was having a hard time making space for anything else. So I went out and bought a new Christmas tree and put it up early. But, it made me happy.
You admitted it's a Christmas tree. Thank you.
It,
No.
Dang it.
You blew it. You spoke honestly.
It was a fall tree. It was an autumn tree.
No. There's an issue.
There were no Christmas decorations on it.
Doesn't matter. It was a Christmas tree.
And fall stuff.
It was a Christmas tree. You heard her say it.
But it made me happy.
She's been denying
it. It might have made me a little happy that I was kind of skirting his, mandate that no Christmas tree gets put up before Thanksgiving. But it made me happy. But it was really intense. It was so intense. And this month, I was noticing on the way home today, I was like, wow. So I don't have the anger, the anxiety, the sadness this time. This time it's this huge swelling of love and appreciation. And I'm like, I will so take it because it's miserable going the other way. But just the swings, the changes are so intense and hard to deal with.
So guys, one of the books we have a lot of men read is The 4 Agreements by Don Miguel Ruiz. And one of the agreements is don't take it personal. Yeah. Do the best that you can. Don't take it personal. Or 2 of them. And again, they don't even mean it when they say some things, but it might just be that's what she's feeling at that moment. So, barring an I hate you, I hope you die, should be a little not cool.
It's so important for anyone to sit and kind of figure out what they're feeling and why. The root causes, not the surface feelings. Yeah. And I have a policy of, I feel like I totally interrupt you, I'm sorry.
No.
But I have a policy of, especially if it's super intense, holding on to that, not talking about it until some of the hormones have leveled out and I can tell whether this is something that I'm actually thinking and feeling, or was it that moment, was it that day?
So basically you've also described it, is it really a me issue?
Yeah.
Or is it a you issue?
Right. Is it something that I need to deal with because it's something from my past that triggered me or whatever? Or is it something that I actually do need to take to Dennis and say, hey, I need to talk to you about this?
Yeah. And then I'll try to convince her it's all her. No, just kidding.
Probably.
So you're going to be on this journey together.
For a few years.
Yep. And good boundaries.
Yeah.
Love, support. And, it may mean some weekends when you're really down, maybe you want me around, or maybe some weekends I'm going to go play poker.
That was, a few weeks ago where I was just so exhausted.
Yeah.
Sometimes that's a thing too. I can't make it through a day without napping. And you're like, yeah, I'll go play poker.
And if you're not codependent, and you have your own things that you're into, you go do those with some friends or by yourself or whatever. And you take any pressure that could create of, oh my gosh, I'm so tired. We're not doing anything. And now he's going to think, you start overthinking. Mm-hmm. Not that women ever do that.
No.
When they're hormonal.
Do that? No.
So.
Hormonal or not. Well, I guess we're always hormonal, but intense emotions tied to hormonal or not, we're going to overthink.
Yeah. All right. So hopefully you found this helpful. Guys, again, if you're dealing with this and you're still like, what do I need to understand? Click on the link below for the course done by Charlie. Okay, Happy Man Coaching. And just remember, she admitted it was a Christmas tree.
No,